Hi all. So today in this video we'll be covering alert pop-up with Playwright. So this is JavaScript based alert pop-up. So we'll be demonstrating these topics like how to handle JavaScript alert pop-up, how to accept and dismiss alert pop-up, how to enter something on the alert pop-up, and how to get the message from the alert prompt or alert pop-up. Anything can be done. So I can write the alert pop-up. Now, for example, the scenarios which we'll be discussing now, so that would be here. So we have to navigate to this internet Heroku app slash herokuapp.com slash JavaScript alerts, and you will get this sample page where you can like click for the JS alerts. Once you click here, you will get this pop-up, right? So normally we see on different type of application this kind of alert pop-up, and if you have already worked on Selenium, so you might have known like how to handle that. Now, you normally click on this OK button. I mean, we do not click by this like I'm doing manually. We have a different way to handle it, right? So we have to switch to that alert and then dismiss or accept it. So here we do not have to do something like that. So basically, Playwright team has handled these things in quite interestingly, I can say. So first, we'll do that once I do the demo. But let's see the next part. So here, if I click on the JS confirm pop-up, sorry button, we get this pop-up, and here it's saying that I am a JS confirm. So we can get this text as well, and we can click on cancel. So we can click on OK. And here, if I click on here, you can see there is a prompt is coming. So I am a JS prompt. So here we can type something like you can type automation Nemo, and I can click on OK, right? So you can see here it's showing you entered automation Nebo. And for here as well, if you click on OK, you can see like you clicked OK. So these are the verification point we can do, like whether this text message is coming or not. Okay, so let's do that. Now, let me create one file first. So test, let me name it alert pop-up. Okay, let me add it, and let's take some example or the template like I'm doing for the every video, because this will not take much time. Otherwise, you have to write those things. So it's just the template we are taking, and you can easily generate this template from Playwright Code Gen, right? So you do not have to remember these things. So let me rename it. So today we'll see, let's say there is multiple scenarios, like we have four scenarios or five scenarios, right? So let me create each test for every scenario. So let me first, let's say this is a click for JS alert, and let's say I want to click on this OK button. So let's do that. So name it as test underscore, sorry, test underscore click for JS alert. Click for JS alert. Okay, and also we can give some doc string as well, something like this. So here we can write like whatever this method is doing. Okay, so basically we are handle JavaScript alert pop-up, right? So we can understand what this method is doing. So these are actually very good. Um, we can say like recommended approach we can follow, like for other developers or testers, it would be helpful for them, like what this method is doing. So that's what we are doing here. Now let me copy the URL and paste it here. Okay, next what we'll be doing. So let me close it. Yeah, next we have to inspect it, right? Now I can copy this, and this is the button, right? So what we can do, we can create a locator. So click for JS alert. So click JS alert button. Okay, this is my locator. So page dot locator, and here I will be writing like this text equals to this one, right? This is one kind of Playwright type of locator. So Playwright has given different type of locators other than XPath CSS, so we can use it. So we generated our locator for a click.js alert button. Now we are clicking on it, right? So let me click dot click. Right. Now let's see whether we can now this this message will be coming, right? Once we click on it, it will we have to first accept it, and then this message will be coming. So let me copy this message, or let me get the locator of this message. So this message will be you successfully clicked an alert, right? Now the ID is result, so I can use a CSS, right? So result result message LOC, or the locator. So this is the locator, and page dot locator, and here I can write result, and before that we have to give a hash sign. Okay, so we got the locator for this result text, and now what I have to do, we can do some assertion. So assert result message locator dot inner text, right? So inner text would get this text, or we can use text content, but there is a slight difference in between. You can watch my other video, where I have discussed what is the difference between inner text and text content. So get the clear understanding, you can access my whole playlist, and where you will get lots of other videos as well. Okay, so now this should be equals to what, this one we are expecting this, right? So this will give us the actual message, and we are asserting with this text, right? And now you might be wondering, okay, whether it will work or not. So the thing is, like, if you click here, and if you in other tool like Selenium, right, you have to first switch to this alert pop-up, then you have to click on the OK. But here we are not doing it anything, right? We just clicked on it, and then we are getting this result text, and then we are asserting it, right? So there might be something here we have to do, right? So we might be wondering. So let's run it first. Let's see what error it's giving. Okay, let me close it. Click on OK. So okay, so run it. We know, like, it is a PyTest test, so we can write PyTest minus s and test as headed, and then we can give basics and test underscore alert pop up. And also let's give a slow motion so that we can see what is happening. 2 seconds. Okay, and let me run it. Okay, something is wrong. uh Okay, let me check it. I think I gave incorrect URL or something. So let me refresh it. Yeah, it's working. Okay, now let me run it. Okay, so the page got loaded, and you can see one thing now. See what happened just now. See, our test passed, right? So how did it passed? Because it is able to extract this text. So if you carefully watched it, it would be like, you can see that this here, it clicked on it, and it automatically click on OK, and you see this success message here. You successfully clicked an alert. So Playwright actually handling this automatically. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to click on OK button, okay, or you do not have to handle it. Playwright is doing for you automatically. But one thing to note here, like Playwright by default actually dismiss the alert. Here there is no dismiss button, right? So it is getting only OK button. That is why it is clicking on OK here. But if you see if you come here and if you see here OK and cancel both are there. So if you click on cancel, you can see it's clicked on cancel, and if you clicked on OK, it says you clicked on OK. Now, if the same scenario if you do with this button, you will notice like it will click on the cancel button by default. It will not click on the OK button. To click on the OK button, we have to do something, some extra thing. Okay, so let me show you that as well. Now let me copy this part. Now let me click on this button, right? So we can just get the text. Here it is, and we can replace it here. Simple. It clicked on it, and result message also comes. And here we should expect a message of let's say first, let's say, I mean, we are assuming like it clicked on the OK button, right? So I can give this one for assertion. So let's see what happens now. Okay, and let me double check whether we have. Okay, we need to, I think, update the name. So click J's confirm. Okay, this is my test, and handle uh, JavaScript alert pop-up with OK and cancel button. Now let me run this test. So we have two tests here, right? So we have to give a double colon here, and let me give the name of the test. So this is the test. Sorry. And let's run it. So it's loading the page. Now, now let's see what happens. See, the test failed. Why the test got failed, right? So it's saying there is a difference between the message we are expecting and the message is actually coming. So the actual message is you clicked on cancel, and the expected message is you clicked OK. So you can see it's properly giving you where is the error. So here OK and here cancel, right? So that's the difference it's getting, and that is why there is assertion error. So let me now you can sure, like, I mean, now you are confirmed like okay, by default it's actually clicking on the cancel button, not the OK button. Okay, so now and what if we want to click on the OK button, what we have to do, right? So next question is like that, and let me change it to cancel button, and let it run once again. Now this time it should pass the test. See, this time this test got passed, right? Because it's correctly displaying the you clicked cancel. Okay, next is like we want to click on the OK button. How we can achieve this? So for this, before you click on this alert pop-up, we have to add one another line that we can, I mean, that will show you. I mean, you do not have to remember this. This is bit tricky. I mean, you can remember it as well, but I usually prefer to get it from the official documentation. So playwright documentation, let's go there. And here, if you come to this dialogues, you can see it's saying like by default dialogues are auto dismissed, right? By Playwright, so you do not have to handle them. However, you can register the dialog handler before the action that triggers the dialog to accept or decline. So here, these steps is required. By default, you do not have to use this step. If you do not want to accept it, you just do not do anything. Just normally, you just use it. Playwright will handle it automatically. But if you have to accept it, then you have to get this. I mean, you have to add these extra steps here. One step, one line just. Okay, that's it. We do not have to do anything else. Now let's see what happens. So here actually we are accepting it, right? Okay, now let me run it and let's see what happens. Now it should fail actually because our expectation is different. It's saying it, you clicked OK, right? So you can see the actual, sorry, the actual is you clicked on OK. Sorry, expect is you clicked cancel, but the actual is OK, right? So that's the difference. So let me correct it and let's run once again. Okay, so this time this passed because we have changed this expected um, text. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you. We are using currently PyTest assertion, right? But Playwright has a different way to handle these assertions. There is a keyword called expect. If you have noticed in other test, you may get it like this keyword expect. So you can actually expect something like that. I'll be covering in a different video. So just telling you, like it is also possible to assert with a Playwright given methods. Okay, like the expect thing. So let's do that. I mean, I will cover it in a different video or a separate video, like how we can. There are different types of methods available, not a single method. Expect dot you can use different types of like to have values, to have input value, something like that. Okay, so that we can see later. Now, mm, uh, so this is we have covered uh, these two alert pop-up, right? We clicked on OK and cancel. Cool. Now let me click on this click for JS prompt. Now let's handle it. And here we'll be covering first scenario would be like let's get this text first. Then we'll be entering something here. Okay. And next we'll be clicking on OK or cancel, whatever. I mean, this would be same approach, right? OK or cancel. Clicking on OK or cancel it is not a big thing because we already learned it. Now we have to do two things. So first we have to get this text, and then we have to click write something like some name. Okay, let's say I'm writing automation Nemo, my channel name, and I'm clicking on OK. So here it should print this message. Okay, cool. Now let me create one more separate test for this, and this time it should like JS prompt, right? Now handle JavaScript alert prompt with OK and cancel button. That's it. And we navigated to this page, and here this locator would be different. So this is the locator name. I mean the text of this button. Click for JS prompt. Okay, now let me give a comment because we do not know whether it will require now or not. So I'm just giving a comment here. So we click jsalert.click button. So it clicked on it. Now we get this. So first, what we have to do, we have to get this text, right? So we cannot inspect it, right? There is no inspect option. So basically, what we can try, um, let me go to this documentation again. So here you can see um, they have given like to get the message, okay, to print the message. Here it is printing the message. So let's say you want to print the message, so you can use this text. So before clicking this alert button, I mean before this line before this click js alert button dot click. You have to use this page dot on and then the dialog and lambda whatever message is given, right? This text. And let me run it now. Let's see whether it's now let me see one more thing, like if it is, I mean, for this test, I mean, now, right now it will be getting this message, right? So it will print this message and it will click on it. So we do not need this two part, right? We are not doing this assertion. And let's run it and let's update this method name. So to go there. Okay, we pasted it and let's run it. Now let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, something is wrong, I think. So let's see what is the problem here. Okay, um, next result performing click action down scrolling click action, that's it. Okay, okay. So basically what is happening, we are not actually accepting it, right? So we're not doing anything. So we have to do this thing as well. So first it print this dialog message. Okay, after that we uh, click on it, right? So now we can give this assertion as well. And let me do this manually. So if I click on OK, it's saying you entered, right? So it should, expected message should be this one, you entered. And let's run it now. So it worked and it passed. Okay, so it was pretty easy. So we are just printing, we are getting the text here. I am a JS prompt, right? Okay, now uh, or also we can, instead of printing, we can return it as well, I believe. So return something like this. No, not this one. Dialog. Okay, so we can write something like alert message, and after that we can print it here as well, something like that. Print alert message, and let's run it. So I clicked on it and it passed, and you can see it is printing none. Okay, sorry. I think I should use it before here. I mean, here it should be used. But actually, it is not printing. I mean, it is not capturing this text. Why is that so? Okay, fine. Because probably this is how they are implementing it. We will see it later, like how do we can uh, get this message, it should be there actually. I mean, um, okay, you can see like it's also you can create a method, separate method like handle dialog, and you can call that method like page dot on the same way. And here you can pass this method name directly, and it will work like this. Say dialog dot type equals to be for download, and it will dismiss. Okay, so do not worry. I mean, we do not use this. So basically, let me just replace it with this one only. Okay, so this is the one way we can extract this message, alert message, right? Now the next thing is like we can how we can click, how we can enter something here, and just click on this OK button, and we should get this message. Okay, that we can see now. So for that, let me create a separate method, or let me use it here only. I think let me comment this part. Okay, and here what you have to do basically, here we have to so we do not have any method, or we cannot inspect anything, right? So this is just a um, I mean message. It can be here. I mean, you might have seen this on some username basic authentication pop-up, like where you have to enter some username and password, then you have to click on OK. It happens. I mean, you get it most of the time in your application. uh, okay, so in that case, in Playwright, what you have to do, actually there is a method available. I mean, not method, sorry. I mean, you have to just get this text here, right? So let's say you want to enter automation Nemo. So you have to enter like this, automation Nemo, right? Simple. If I hover over it, let me see whether I'm able to get anything. So, so you can see it's clearly saying you have to use, actually this accept method is expecting one keyword arguments. Okay, star star kw is, so that keyword arguments kargs. Okay, so that arguments is passing, so you have to use, before you passing this value, whatever value you want to pass it, you have to use this prompt text. Okay, so prompt text equals to automation demo, right? Now if I run it, now let's see what happens, and I should be expecting here this one, right? So if I write something like this, now let me run it once again. Okay, so it's waiting. It's not able to click on it. Okay, let it close. Let's debug it. I mean, let's troubleshoot it. What is happening? Okay, it's failed. So basically, timeout error and something. What is saying? Timeout unexpected keyword arguments, right? So what's the problem, right? Okay, let's understand it. So it should work. Something wrong we have done. Maybe we have to use like this. Now let's try it. Not sure why it is happening. Because sorry. So we have to delete it. Okay. So here we are writing automation demo, right? And it will click on OK. So this thing is not working correctly. So dialog page dot on dialog lambda dialog colon dialog dot accept. right? And if I go to this website here, if I write accept, okay, dialog.accept, you can see this is actually there is a method, okay, dialog.accept, and dialog.accept, which is accepting actually star star KWARGS, right? So this is the prompt text, which is the keyword we have used, and here everything is looks fine. Dialog.accept from text, and we have get the text, right? I mean, we have given this text. So this is the prompt text that we want to enter. Now it should work. Let's see. Mhm. Something is still wrong. No, it didn't work. Okay, so what could be the reason? Let's remove it first. Or let me take a copy of it, and here let's paste it, and without um, and let's give just automation name. Okay, now this worked. Very strange. I mean, I do not know why it is not working, because this is accepting one. Now let's see like whether it's actually worked or not. So yeah, it worked because it passed, and there was a assertion which actually passed. So basically, you cannot use this way, but I'm still a bit confused because I think I'm not sure, but I think it should work like this. Also, prompt text equals to this one, because this is the keyword which you are passing. Now if I go there, and if I just try to open it, you can see uh, basically this dialog pop up, it is accepting prompt text, right? And which is none by default. So um, so this prompt text, I mean, maybe it is this thing has changed, probably, I'm not sure, because this is 1.8, so star star, because it was keyword driven we know, like in Python, whenever we are using keyword driven arguments or keyword arguments, then we can do these like things like this, like what we have done, like prompt text equals to this one. Okay, okay, I got it. What's wrong we are doing? I think did we do this thing? Let me check that. I think we have, by mistake, okay, got it. So we have used this prompt text. Actually, this is not the prompt text. We have to use this one here, this one, prompt text. Then only I think it will work. So here is this keyword. Now let's see whether it's working or not. Hmm. I mean, it's optional. We do not have to use this prompt text equals to automation nemo, but if you give, that would be also good. If you do not give, that is also fine. Now you can see it worked. Okay, so we are giving incorrect keyword here, prompt text, that prompt. text that was not correct. But it's strange. They are actually, if I hover over it, you can see, I mean, here it's showing like this prompt text. Strange. Okay, fine. So let me go to the PowerPoint PPTs. So we covered how to handle JavaScript alert pop-up. Also, you have covered how to accept and dismiss alert pop-up. Dismiss is done by default by Playwright if you do not add anything. Okay, and next, how to enter something on the alert pop-up. Just now we have seen it. So alert prompt, sorry, and how to get the message from the alert pop-up. That is also we have seen it. Now let me go to this here, and now here you can see something you can try. So this is just a simple Python test. Here they are initializing Chromium browser, and there we are creating this page. Also now here you can see page.on within bracket first dialog comma handle dialog. So handle dialog is coming here, and first it is printing this dialog.message, and then it is dismissing the dialog. Okay, and then it's evaluating page dot evaluate something is doing alert, and uh, okay, so example of using dialog class. So this is just an example they've given, not proper description is given, so we cannot sure what is it doing. Page dot evaluate alert something, but we can see like this is another way to handle it, right? So we can create this handle dialog method, and we can, but actually this dismiss thing is working by default, right? So we don't really do not have to do it. I mean, we do not have to write it, but here you have to, if you want to accept it, you can write it. And also this dialog.message you can return it from this method as well, and uh, but it is not coming anywhere, so no use. But you can create one global variable and take it from take this message in that global variable and use it in different assertions, something like that you can try, right? So I hope you like this video, and if you have any queries, please do let me know. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.